What about following up with the person that a candidate has contacted with? Do you have any suggestion on that? And when do you think would be then appropriate to go ahead with another person, the same company?
Yeah, so it's a good question. Again, if you do reach out to a recruiter from a large company, I would not recommend reaching out to five more recruiters. I would start with one, see how it goes. If they ignore you, maybe you send two emails and nothing happens, try for another recruiter. If you put in your resume with one recruiter, I would not reach out to another recruiter, given that you already built a relationship with one. But if you find that they've potentially ghosted you or ignoring you, it's okay to reach out again. Don't be overly pushy, but it's okay to send up a follow-up saying, hey, I know you're busy, just want to see the status of my resume potentially, or if we could jump on a call. If you tried two follow-ups and they've ignored you, feel free to reach out to another recruiter from that company. If it's a small company, you may have to reach out or try another company, for example. But again, I would try a number of companies because you can't put all your eggs in one basket or only utilize one strategy to potentially land an internship or a full-time job.
What about international students? Do you think that the process of internship search is different for them? Because if we think, of the network, especially in the beginning, it's normally quite smaller.
Yeah, so definitely. So again, so in terms of the international law around internships or full-time jobs, I would speak to your university, who would be more well-versed, or look online to find those specific regulations and laws. And I know it's challenging as an international student. So I did my master's program, and 80% of my colleagues were international. And the one thing that I notice now is oftentimes international students will reach out to me and say, hey, I would like to apply for this internship at Johnson & Johnson, and I'm international. And clearly they did not read the job description, because the internship says you must have have citizenship. So the first thing to add value to people's lives is read the job descriptions. Make sure you're applying to roles that allow, let's say, for H-1B, that allow you as an international student to work. So for example, I know a lot of the big four they accept a lot of international students. And a simple way, just going on Google and typing in top employers for international students, it will literally give you a list of, let's say on Google, I bet you could find 150, if not more, employers. Obviously, it depends on your location and if you're willing to relocate. But starting from there is the best place to start. And then again, reaching out to alumni is key here. If you built relationships with people in your MBA program who are now working at different employers, just reach out to them and then let them know your current situation. You can also ask, what other companies did you apply to that accept international students? So you don't always have to reinvent the wheel. And I think that's being really efficient with your time is extremely important. So again, just being respectful of people's time, reading the job descriptions, and in my experience, they won't change. If the job description says citizenship only, they will not change that for you. So I would recommend just reading the job description and applying for the roles that allow international students to work for as an intern or for a full-time job.